Or actually, yeah, can you go back? Or can you...
Actually, let's keep going.
Okay, let's do it
Take
again.
two.
Hi everyone, my name is Leia and I've just finished my first year at university. This year I've had the opportunity to share some of my adventures with you all online, but I wanted to get a different perspective, that of my parents. Last year I moved out of my house in Northern Virginia and traveled almost 4,000 kilometers away to attend UBC. This is my mom, Ariella. She loves homemade bread, yoga, and her coolest and only daughter, me. Hello. And this is my dad, Alex. He loves skiing, hockey, and coincidentally, also me.
It's a rough life.
Yes, because then I would have seen you more. You were gone a whole year, and that was tough. I mean, we came out, but it's not the same that when you come home. So it would have been nicer to have you closer. On the other hand, you're in a beautiful place. I always love Vancouver. I love to come there and visit.
There's definitely logistical difficulties with being further away, but it also is rather different from the environment that you grew up in. And so I think that that's a good thing, that you get to experience something completely different in an almost foreign country.
Okay, and here's Mr. Logic, and here's Mrs. Emotional. So this is good. Yeah, the one thing that I did not like knowing was the registration process for classes. By the time we found out how it works, it was so chaotic because you have those timetables and you think that you pick a timetable and you register and you get it, and then you find out, no, it's all full. All the timetables we wanted are full, and there's over 70 timetables, but they don't really work. One thing that we know and have seen also this semester is that you needed classes that are later in the day rather than early in the morning. So that makes it hard to pick a timetable when you know I'm not a good person in the morning. So it's although you have 70 choices, it was very hard, and I would have preferred to know more about the process.
It's definitely one of the more difficult things about, I think, studying in engineering is that you do take a very heavy load with a lot of fairly intense classes. I think one of the good things you also did is you lighten your load a little bit. You definitely want to leave some spare time, and taking a full load is very stressful and may not be for everyone.
Well, the other thing I really liked about it is you kind of got away from having straight A's mentality like you had in high school and drove yourself really hard. And I loved when you wrote us C's gets degrees. Because I knew then that you are not driving yourself crazy anymore. I knew that you're going to get a good balance, you're going to have some fun, you're going to sleep, and you're taking it seriously, but not to the extreme where people just hate their studies and hate being engineers because they're trying to get their A's like they got in high school. University is not high school. I think you did a great job. The first event that you went was the e-retreat. I highly recommend that because kids get together, they're camping together, and they get to know some upper years that are leading the camp. And I think that's where you met your big Maddie, who convinced you to come and check out the AOE engineering sorority for women. You did go and check it out, although you weren't really into sororities, but this is kind of, you said it was special, it was more like about engineering. So you got to know a lot of kids there. You went to Jumpstart, you met some kids there in the beginning that helped you into the program. So yeah, I think you did a good job, sometimes jumping into the cold water and doing stuff you would never do.
You had the dubious pleasure of being the only one from your high school to go there, so you didn't know not one soul. So I think you started out with really lacking infrastructure, but I think you did really well in adapting. I think that is something that's imperative for emotional success as well as academic success. That did make your year less painful and much more successful.
Okay, so I have one more question for you guys. Do you guys know that I love you?
No, is that new?
I love you.
I love you too.
I see you don't love me. You don't want to give me a hug.
On camera?
Thank you so much to my parents for starring in this video, and thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like this video, subscribe, and leave us comments down below. See you next time.
Bye.